And now Luxury coming in. I'll get back to you guys on that. Luxury coming in with the Mutalist Harass. Flash is well defended now at this point. He's more than ready for it, so Luxury's not really going to be able to do too much damage for it. And I think therefore it's important that he conserve those Mutalists. If he can produce a couple of Scourges and use those Mutalists as a shield to take out that first Science Vessel, that might give him exactly the amount of time he needs to come out on top in this game. Flash is, however, limited to his base in National Expo. Luxury does have the 3 gas going, building another. He's got about 10 Sunkens there. Completely insane defense by Luxury. 10 Sunkens. Can be sure that Flash is not going to overrun that base anytime soon with any sort of ease. It'll be interesting to see whether Luxury researches drops for his orders, and now looks like Flash is finally ready to move out. He's got that Science Vessel, he's got 3 tanks, he's got his Science Vessel as well as American Marine Group. Luxury coming in with his Mutalist is going to try and force Flash back into his base. He's managed to take out, he's now getting the Defiler Mount, he's getting Greater Spire as well, and that is going to be something that might be able to do significant damage to Flash. And it looks like Luxury has seen Flash's game plan on Troy before, and it looks like he's anticipating exactly what Flash is going to do, that this mid-game push of Flash's, and that's why we've seen him mass up, shore up this defense at his National Expo, because this is what he anticipates. He anticipates Flash to go for one big killer push. The only thing that I'm questioning in terms of Luxury's choice of strategy, and looks like one of those siege tanks, careless by Flash. He planted one of those siege tanks in range of the Sunken, and it got taken out. Flash loses one of his siege tanks, and that's going to cost him critical time in breaking that Sunken line. The Defiler Mound is up, the Greater Spire is almost up as well, and Flash might be in trouble here. I don't think Luxury is building a 3rd row of Sunkens here. He's got 9 Sunkens. The only problem for Luxury is that those Sunkens aren't in a row, so Flash running up would be able to assault them piecemeal. It looks like he's going to be morphing those Mutalist Guardians, and this is going to be what Flash has mastered Great Force, and it's just surprising for me why Luxury is going for this completely turtle-based defense strategy, and he's going to use those Zerglings to take out that Science Vessel, and careless by Flash, that Science Vessel hovering away from the Medic Marine cover. We've already seen Flash make 2 mistakes, completely uncharacteristic of him, and meanwhile Luxury's got those Mutalists morphing to Guardians. Flash continuing to pound away at that Sunken line, but Luxury's still got 10 Sunken, and he's building another 2 more outside of the line of sight of those siege tanks, and now with the Science Vessel gone, Flash has now got that dropship. Luxury, however, has got defenses. Flash has managed to drop a group of Marines at that 11 o'clock expo, but it's not going to bother Luxury too much. He's building a Nidus as well. Looks like Flash is going to reload, and now he's got Guardians coming out. Almost full group of Guardians, and Flash is going to be in huge trouble. He's going to be forced to unsiege those tanks and try and get away from it, and Luxury should try and focus on one of the tanks. So he's managed to take one of the tanks down at least. Only one of the tanks manages to escape, so Luxury in a very strong position. Flash trying to lure those Guardians out in the open and perhaps try and pincer them, surround them, and I have to say that right now Luxury looks to be in an advantageous position in this game. He's got the 3 gas build going. Flash's initial attack has failed. Flash coming in with another drop, but by now Luxury should have that Nidus up, although I don't know if he has many ground units. He's got his Ultras Cavern there as well. He's also got 4 Sunkens, and I don't think Flash is really going to be able to do much damage with a single group from that dropship. I have to say Flash now trying to take the natural expo off the 7 o'clock position. Flash pushing out yet again, focusing his attack now that he's got another Science Vessel out, but Luxury's got about 11 or 12 Sunkens there protected by those Guardians. He's now got his Defilers up, and he's also looks like he's got upgrades. Flash looks like he's got 1-1 upgrade on those Medic Marines, and I think Luxury's got higher upgrades. Luxury's got 2-1 upgrades on those Zerglings. So Luxury, obviously being Zerg versus Terran, you do need to have the upgrade advantage. Now Flash moving out with those Guardians, sending a group of Zerglings to try and just distract Flash in the middle, or probably just do a little bit of scouting. But he does seem to be playing a very interesting sort of game. This is a unique strategy that I haven't seen before on Troy, and now those Guardians are going to be pounding away at those turrets, and Luxury, Flash doesn't have enough Science Vessels to really irradiate them all, nor does he have raids, so Flash is going to be in huge trouble here. He's now got a single siege tank pounding away. He's going to be forced to pull back his Medic and Marines, but he's not going to have a wide angle, a wide arc to actually hit those Guardians with, so Flash's natural expo coming under some heavy fire from Luxury. He doesn't seem to have a lot of air defense though. One irradiate going off on, he does have a couple of Scourges for it, so one of the Guardians getting irradiated, but the thing about Luxury is that now Luxury has decided to drop. He's dropped a drone over and has taken the expansion at the 12 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Flash has managed to get a drop off in Luxury's main, and this is critical here. This might be the game-changing maneuver for Flash. Flash realizing that the front door was closed everywhere. Luxury trying to push out with his forces, has not got anything. Scourge is coming out. They are going to take the dropship out. I'm not sure what that building was. The Defiler Mound was what was killed by Flash. I don't think it's going to trouble Luxury too much, and now the spawning pool going down, and Luxury in huge trouble. He needs to do something here. He's got a group of he's managed to pull a group of Zerglies out. I'm sure he's producing another spawning pool somewhere, so Flash with a stroke of genius attacking the one place that Luxury was weak. Now Flash going after the Greater Spire. He's not going to be able to take that down, so he has slowed Luxury's tech down a little bit, but I think he took down the Defiler Mound as well as the spawning pool, but I'm sure Luxury has restarted those. He's also, I thought Luxury was building another base at the, and now Flash going in. Luxury's got Ultra Disc coming out, however. Flash now committing himself, realizing that this is his only opportunity to actually break Luxury's defense. Luxury with a massive plague on the Science Vessels as well as the American Marine groups sending out the Ultras and the Zerglies to push Flash back, and he's managed to kill enough of those forces, and Flash losing most of his ground force there. So Luxury holds his defense. So Flash using the drop to do damage to Luxury's economy, hoping that he would catch Luxury off guard, and Luxury has just got those Guardians sitting there doing nothing. He really should be employing those. Little bit poor multitasking by Luxury at this point in time. Flash seems to be in a decent position, at least economy-wise, and while Luxury has defended well thus far, I thought Luxury had also put up that expansion to the 12 o'clock position. Clearly he hadn't, and while Luxury has defended thus far, he hasn't really been able to put the pressure too much on Flash. He's got a group of Ultras down, looks like Luxury is going to be going for a massive tech kill just with those Ultralists and the Guardians, and now Flash has built up enough Science Vessels to be able to irradiate those Guardians, and I feel that Luxury did misuse those Guardians a little bit. He should have used them while Flash was pushing out. He should have used his Guardians. He's produced another couple of Guardians. He's got a massive group of Ultras there. He hasn't really kept Flash's Science Vessel count down, even though he took that initial Science Vessel down. Flash has got about 3 or 4 Science Vessels accumulated. He's still got those 2 Guardians sitting there in the middle, not really doing much. He could be pounding at that SCV line. Flash doesn't seem to have a massive ground force. He did commit himself to that attack, and Luxury had enough of a defense to hold on. So this is the first time really I've seen, and Luxury is now going to scout that undefended Expo, and now Flash is going to be in a little bit of trouble because Luxury, I would say, probably has a slightly superior ground force with those massive Ultralists and Zerglings, and probably has superior upgrades as well. So now Flash is moving his troops back to try and defend that expansion, anticipating an attack from Luxury at the expansion at the 7 o'clock expansion. The advantage for Luxury is that he does have that Nida, so he can also move his troops towards the 11 o'clock position, but he's already taken out the simulators there, and looks like Luxury is actually going to go for a drop here. He did research drop technology, and he does have that. He does finally looks like he's building an expansion at the 12 o'clock position, and he looks like he's going to go for a massive drop at Flash's natural expo, and I think Flash's troops are not going to be there. I don't think Flash is anticipating this at all. Flash has not seen this, and Flash might lose a lot of SCVs here if Luxury can pull off this drop. So Luxury playing a very interesting sort of strategy. Flash's troops just moving outside of his natural expo. He looks like he's pulling them back, and now he's sending the Guardians in first to try and draw those Science Vessels in. Scourge is going in. This time Flash has a few Marines to defend those Scourges, but Flash is going to use that Scourge shield and the Guardians to actually drop. It looks like he's actually going to drop right on top of Luxury's main. A couple of drop ships for Flash, but this is going to be too late. So now Luxury dropping masses of Ultralists and Zerglings right on top of Flash's main forces, and he's taken out the control tower and the machine shop of the factory, and now those Science Vessels coming in to try and irradiate those Lurkers. Brilliant by Luxury. Great attack. Great commando strategy by Luxury. Absolute genius. You have to give him so much credit for that attack. But those Ultralists are just sitting idle in Flash's base. Now he's sending more out from his main, and Flash really being overrun here. This is the mammoth of all levelers. As I said, StarCraft is the leveler game. Anyone can win on his day, and Luxury with a unique strategy seems to have out-turtled the Terran player. And I don't think Flash was trying to turtle, but Luxury with his turtle strategy seems to actually be winning here. He's taken out the starport and the machine shop of the factory, as well as the factory and the control tower. So Flash is unable to produce Science Vessels, and now he's being completely overrun. It was a moment Luxury has made a 3-pronged strategic move. First, he lured Flash's forces away to that 7 o'clock National Expo. Then he brought in the Guardians to lure the Science Vessels out, tried to get them with the Scourges first, wasn't able to, use the Scourges and the Guardians as a shield to bring in the drop, and rather than going for the National Expo went straight for the Juggler, went straight for the soft underbelly. He did to Flash what Flash tried to do to him, go right for the main base, which was where Flash was weakest, where he had the least amount of defenses and troops, and because of Troy, because of the difficulty of moving large numbers of troops through that small assimilator gap, it meant that Flash was forced to bring his Science Vessels back to try and combat those Ultralists, and Luxury had his Scourges waiting, and once he caught those Science Vessels, that was GG. So Luxury, in a surprising twist of events, has taken game 1 of this best of 3 matchup, an absolute epic matchup, Zerg power, and will the unbeatable, unstoppable, untouchable Flash be halted in his tracks by Luxury? It remains to be seen. Troy was the map that Flash was favored to win heavily on. He hasn't been able to do that. Luxury has really proved himself here with a unique strategy, although I'm sure it wasn't the most pretty, it wasn't the most sexy, it wasn't the most beautiful strategy up until the point where he let loose. But Turtle Zerg, guys, you saw it here first. This is Klazart. Thanks for listening. What an amazing game of StarCraft. I couldn't have picked a better one to do my comeback commentary on. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did.